agency.
Hey guys, it's Andrew from Collective Intelligence, and this is probably a bit of a different look for you guys. This is my lounge, and today we've got a bit of a different video for you. So I have a very clever flatmate named David, who's currently behind the camera, and he is helping me do a studio tour video because he's got good camera skills, and we thought it would be cool to do a collaboration. So if you would like, you can come with me. We're going to wander through to my studio and I'm going to show you around. So let's go take a look. Welcome. So this is where all of my videos are made, all of my music's made, and this is where I spend a majority of my time, if I'm honest. So we'll start by talking about my speakers, and then we'll kind of talk around everything, and you'll get a bit of an introduction into where I create and the vibe. So this is a pair of Neumann KH310 studio monitors, and they are a sealed enclosure speaker with an 8-inch driver, a 3-inch dome mid-range, and a 1-inch dome tweeter. And they are an extremely accurate studio monitor. They perform really well. This room is maybe a little bit small for them, but you know, when I get into a bigger room, I'll be able to spread them a little bit further apart, and they perform really well in that space as well. So they're sitting on top of some ultimate support stands, and they provide a really good rigid platform for the speakers to sit on. It really helps improve the imaging, and the phantom center feels much stronger, and also the bass response from the speaker is much stronger when you've got a good solid stand that they're on. So get your speakers off your desk. They're all connected into this RME sound card. So this is the RME ADI2 Pro. And this is connected to the speakers using Mogami Gold speaker cable. And the speaker cable, Mogami Gold's best price versus performance. Don't get sucked into paying a lot of money for cable. It's not necessary. But this handles all of the conversion on the computer. So all of the analog to digital conversion and digital to analog, that does it. So this plugs via USB into my computer, and then, like XLR cables to the studio monitors. So Ableton's, all of this is digital, but these, what they do is analog, right? So that conversion phase is very important for getting the best out of your music, because you can really hear how it sounds, and you can make proper mixing decisions based upon that. So that's sitting on top of a DBX mic pre. And that mic pre is used with this Shure SM7B plugged into it. And this microphone is really hungry for gain. So I've got a cloud lifter that this plugs into, as well as this, and they both apply gain. You'll notice that you've probably seen this before. It's in a lot of podcasting, in a lot of podcasts, or in a lot of vocal recording booths. So it's a really popular microphone, really good performance. So this mic pre has some onboard processing for my vocals. So it's got like compressor, de-esser, exciter, and a noise gate as well. And that's handy because I can just do a little bit of processing before it actually comes into the digital world, where I can also do more processing if I choose. I use some AKAI studio headphones. These are the 712 Pros, and they are brilliant headphones. They're the best headphones I've ever heard, but they're not the most expensive headphones that I've ever heard. So The price versus performance on these is incredible, and I really recommend them. I think that they give a really, really accurate sound, and they complement my studio monitors really nicely. The RME sound card features a very good quality headphone output, and that headphone output actually has crosstalk. So what crosstalk is when you're using a pair of headphones, this ear is only hearing what's coming from that, and this ear is only hearing what's coming from that speaker, right? But when you're sitting in front of a pair of studio monitors, this ear is not exclusively hearing what that speaker's putting out. So crosstalk simulates the way that your ears can hear both loudspeakers, but on a set of headphones, which makes them more accurate again. So I use those, or everything in my studio is going through SonarWorks. So SonarWorks provides an EQ adjustment curve based upon what I can hear in my room. So it's a room correction software, so it helps flatten out the room response. And on the headphones, it applies an EQ curve to typically what the EQ, the frequency response of the headphones is. So you'll notice that I've got a lot of acoustic paneling in here. Now, I've made all of these myself. They've got rigid fiberglass inside of them. The cloud above my head as well is built by me. And that really helps control the sound in this room. So you should always treat the room first with acoustic treatment. All of this acoustic treatment that you see in the room would have cost me about $300 in material, I imagine. And, you know, a little over a day to make that. Couple days, a day to make some of the other stuff. So it's really like a little investment for huge performance increase. So treat your room, then get good studio monitors, and then get room correction software. And with those three, you're away. So that's my Collective Intelligence mousepad. And if you guys are interested in getting hooked up with one of them, keep an eye on my website because they'll be available on there soon. I use a Razer Deathadder gaming mouse. I really like this. It's a really good performer. I've had this in my bag all around the world and it's still going. And this is a Corsair RGB gaming keyboard, which does the cool RGB thing and creates pretty lights. So all of that's sitting on top of this Zayor desk. And I'll be doing a review on this desk, so stay tuned for that. And it features this really handy keyboard tray that I can just roll out, and here I have a keyboard, which is the Native Instruments S49 keyboard. This is great for controlling contact, and also great for just using with any sort of VST synthesizer like Serum. So I really like that. And here I've got the Sony A6400. That's what I use to capture all my video now. And it's connected to my computer using a cam link by Elgato. I've got another Elgato piece of equipment here, which is the keylight by Elgato, and it's connected to my computer, and I can control the light and the color, the intensity and the color, all from the computer, which is really handy. And that is pretty much everything that I've got on my desk here. I've got these two lights here, which are LifeX light bulbs, just to give a bit of a mood in the room. And they can be controlled by my phone as well. And that's everything that you can see here. So what I'll do is I'll talk to you a little bit about my computer, and then I'll talk to you about how I capture everything in my videos. And then that'll pretty much wrap us up. So I'm not going to go into depth on my computer. All of the specs are available in the description of all my videos. As a beginner, you don't need a really fast computer. As an experienced producer, you do. So I recommend building your own computer. I use Windows, that's just my personal preference. If you enjoy Mac, then fire away with Mac. You can make some computers that don't have Apple parts, but you can load up the operating system on it, so that can help you get really high performance, but still use something that you're familiar with. So check that out. They call them Hackintoshes, so in case you're interested. So yeah, my computer, it handles everything. So it's got a software on it called OBS, and OBS is taking the microphone input, the audio from Ableton, the visuals on my screen, and then the visuals from the camera, and it's putting it all into one file and records it all together. and then I can just edit that one file with everything already timed up. So my voice and my mic, like me moving my mouse and the recording of my microphone automatically sunk up, so I don't have to do that in post-production. So it's really easy. So if you want to know how to make videos with open broadcast software, you can get in touch with me, and maybe I'll do a video on it. But yeah, no promises on that one. So finally, the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was these. So these are a beat up pair of Audio-Technica, what are they? The M50X. And these were the first headphone that I ever bought for music production. And that was about 6 years ago. And I just wanted to make a point of saying, this is where I was 5 or 6 years ago, and this is where I am now. And if you work really hard towards your goals, you can get here too. So don't give up, keep working hard. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed taking a little bit of a look into my world. If you like these sorts of videos, let me know and I can try and convince David to do another video with me. But until then, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.